In the heart of Zambara City, where the streets were always alive with honking cars and flashing billboards, a couple named Haruna and Zainab lived in a modest apartment. Haruna was a skilled mechanic, known for fixing even the most broken-down cars, while Zainab owned a small restaurant, famous for its spicy jollof rice. They were not rich, but they were happy. The only thing missing in their lives was a child. For years, they had prayed, visited doctors, and even gone to spiritual healers, but nothing worked. Then one night, everything changed. A strange old woman appeared at their doorstep. Her clothes were dusty from travel, and her eyes held a deep, knowing look. "Your prayers have been answered," she said in a voice that sent chills down Zainab's spine. Haruna hesitated. "Who are you?" The woman ignored the question and looked directly at Zainab. "You will have a daughter," she said, "but she will be different. Her eyes will carry a power no human should possess. If anyone looks into them, they will die instantly. Only her family will be safe." Zainab's hands trembled. "A curse?" The woman sighed. "Every curse has a reason, and every curse has a cure, but the path to that cure is not easy." Before they could ask anything else, the woman turned and disappeared into the night. A year later, Zainab gave birth to a baby girl. She was the most beautiful child anyone had ever seen. Her skin was smooth like polished gold, and her small fingers curled perfectly around her mother's hand. But when she opened her eyes, something terrible happened. The nurse who had been helping with the delivery looked at the child's eyes and gasped. Her body stiffened, her face twisted in horror, and within seconds, she collapsed onto the floor. Lifeless. The room was filled with screams. The doctors rushed in, confused and afraid. Haruna, terrified, grabbed a cloth and quickly covered his daughter's eyes. "No one must ever see them," he whispered. Zainab held her child close, tears falling down her cheeks. "What have we brought into this world?" They named her Amina, but from that day forward, she was no ordinary child. Amina grew up inside their small apartment, hidden from the world. Her parents made sure she always wore dark sunglasses. She was never allowed to take them off, not even in the house, not even at night. She learned to do everything with her glasses on. At first, she stumbled and knocked things over, but soon she adapted. She could feel the presence of things around her, even without seeing them properly. But she was lonely. She watched children playing outside from her window and longed to join them. She wanted to run in the streets, laugh in the markets, and go to school like any other child. One day, when she was 6 years old, she asked her mother, "Why can't I go outside?" Zainab looked at her with sad eyes. "Because the world is not ready for you, my child." Amina didn't understand. "Am I a monster?" Haruna knelt beside her and held her small hands. "No, Amina, you are special, but your gift is dangerous." She didn't feel special. She felt trapped. When Amina turned 12, her parents finally made a difficult decision. "She cannot stay locked up forever," Haruna said. "She must learn to live in the real world." So they enrolled her in a private school. But there were strict rules. She had to wear her glasses at all times, and if anyone tried to take them off, she had to shut her eyes immediately. On the first day of school, Amina felt nervous. The moment she stepped into the classroom, the other students stared at her. "Why is she wearing sunglasses inside?" one boy whispered. "Maybe she's blind," another girl said. Miriam, the most popular girl in school, smirked. "She's just acting cool. No one wears glasses all the time unless they have something to hide." Amina said nothing. She just took her seat and focused on her books. But Miriam wasn't done with her. She had a feeling Amina was hiding something, and she was determined to find out what it was. Days passed and the teasing continued. Miriam and her friends found every opportunity to make fun of Amina. They called her Dark Eyes and the Blind Girl. One afternoon during lunch break, Miriam came up with a plan. She walked up to Amina's table and crossed her arms. "If you're not hiding anything, then prove it," she challenged. "Take off your glasses." Amina froze. "I can't." Miriam laughed. "What? Are your eyes too ugly?" A group of students gathered around. Some of them laughed, while others whispered. Amina's heart pounded. She could feel their eyes on her, waiting. Miriam reached out, her fingers brushing against Amina's glasses. "Let's see what's so special about them." Amina gasped and grabbed Mariam's wrist. "Don't!" she said sharply. The students stepped back in surprise. Amina's voice was calm but filled with something powerful, something that made even Mariam hesitate. "Please," Amina said softly, "you don't understand." For the first time, Amina knew that Mariam wasn't finished with her. The way she hesitated before pulling back told Amina one thing. She had planted curiosity in Mariam's heart, and curiosity was dangerous. The next few days at school were tense. Whispers followed Amina down the hallways. Students stared at her as if she were some mystery they needed to solve. Some were scared of her, while others, like Mariam, were determined to uncover her secret. At home, Amina sat on her bed, hugging her knees. "Mama," she whispered, "why can't I just be normal?" Zainab sat beside her, stroking her hair. "My love, normal is not always better. Sometimes the ones who are different have the greatest purpose." "But what is my purpose?" Amina asked, her voice heavy with sadness. "To live in fear? To be a prisoner behind these glasses?" Her mother didn't have an answer. One afternoon, Mariam and her friends came up with a final plan. "She's hiding something," Mariam said, "and I want to know what it is." "How?" one of her friends asked. Mariam smirked. "We'll make her take off those stupid glasses herself." Their plan was simple. The next day, they would create a scene so intense that Amina would have no choice but to remove them. Amina's school was close to a wide river that ran through the heart of Zambra city. A small pedestrian bridge connected the school to the marketplace. It was an old bridge, one that creaked under too much weight. That day after school, as Amina walked home alone, she heard voices behind her. "Amina!" Mariam's voice called out. Amina sighed but didn't turn around. She just wanted to go home. Suddenly, she heard a scream, a sharp, terrified scream. She spun around. Mariam was on the bridge, gripping the wooden railing, her face full of panic. The bridge swayed dangerously. Below her, the river roared. "Mariam!" one of her friends cried. "She's going to fall!" Amina's heart pounded. No matter how much she disliked Mariam, she couldn't let her fall. She rushed forward, pushing past the group of students who had gathered to watch. She reached out her hand. "Grab my hand, Mariam!" Mariam looked at her, eyes wide. I can't. I'll fall." The bridge tilted dangerously to one side. If Mariam slipped, she wouldn't survive the fall. Amina knew what she had to do. She had no choice. She reached up with one hand and pulled her glasses off. For the first time, Mariam saw Amina's eyes. The world seemed to stop. Mariam's breath caught in her throat. The moment she locked eyes with Amina, something strange happened. Her body stiffened. Her mouth opened as if she wanted to scream, but no sound came out. Then, she collapsed. Amina gasped and quickly covered her eyes, but it was too late. Mariam's friends screamed. Some ran. Some stood frozen, staring at Mariam's lifeless body. Amina's hands shook. No, I didn't mean to." Tears filled her eyes. The curse had struck again. The school was shut down the next day. The news spread across Zambra city like wildfire. A girl had died, a girl with no injuries, a girl who had simply collapsed. Rumors spread. Some said Amina was a witch. Others said she was a demon in human form. At home, Amina sat silently in the dark. Her father paced the living room. "We can't stay here anymore," he said. "People will come looking for her." Zainab held Amina close. "We need to find a solution. There must be a way to break this curse." But Amina wasn't sure. Maybe she was doomed to live this way forever. She thought about Mariam. She had been cruel, but Amina never wanted this. Now she had a choice: hide forever or find out the truth about who she really was. And for the first time in her life, Amina wanted answers. Curiosity can be dangerous, and some secrets are better left unknown. But sometimes those who are different are the ones with the greatest destinies. If you love this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to African Heartbeat Stories for more thrilling and inspiring African tales. Stay tuned for more exciting stories.